episode of Big Ego Media. Got a special guest, goes by the name of Jason Mbemku. I don't know why I'm saying it British or Congolese. Jason Mbeku. Am I right? Is that like that?
Mbeku.
Mbuku. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How was your journey down?
Yeah, quite quick to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a bit of a different audience. You'll be a different character for our audience who are used to a certain type of person, and I'll kind of push for this interview because I want to kind of change the narrative on our young black people within the community who always get given a stigma that everyone's on badness. Before we get to why you're here in terms of why you went viral in the first place, let's just get to know who you are. Tell us a bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
My name is Jason. Grew up in East London, Plasto. Family are originally from Congo. I'm 21. Academically gifted. Not much to it beyond that.
Well, let's talk about your childhood. How was that?
Tough, I guess, but pretty tough for everyone, I guess, where we're from. I lost my mum when I was 6. So grew up with my dad and like my siblings and whatnot. Even before that, I was sick, so I had a tumor when I was younger. Spent a lot of time outside of school, in hospital and whatnot. That made it a bit tough.
Let's talk on that first. Then, sort of tumor. What was that? How did that come about?
I was young, like too young to even remember that. But I had a tumor in my left kidney. Had surgery to get that removed and went through like a bit of chemotherapy as well.
How old was you at the time?
4, around that.
That's crazy that you had to go through that at such a young age. Cause I got a 4-year-old and I couldn't possibly imagine them having to go through something like that. Do you have much memory of it at all?
I remember a bit of like being in hospital and whatnot. At the time I know it was tough for my family, for myself too. I could feel like the energy, because especially at that age, you kind of go off people's energy and whatnot. So the energy of my family, you can tell that they were trying to, be tough and whatnot to support me, but it was hard for them too.
Yeah.
For myself, it was hard being away from my friends. It kind of fed into how I moved like socially in terms of like in school, just in society in general.
You also spoke about losing your mother. I can't possibly comprehend how that feeling must be. But you're such a young age. What do you remember of her?
In terms of what I remember of her, not that much beyond like what I hear about from my siblings. From myself, I've got like a few memories here and there, like just key moments. But in terms of in general of her, not that much beyond her being sick.
How old was you again? You said when she passed?
I was 6 when she passed.
So before the age of 6 or before the age of 7, you kind of been through it already, like having a tumor, then losing your mom at such a young age. And how was the sort of family you growing up? Did you sense there was that absence, or did your sisters kind of take the helm and your brother? You said you got older brother and older sister. They kind of take the helm and not make you sort of miss that side of it.
It was tough for everyone. Like there was definitely a gap that she left. My siblings were like quite young as well, to be honest. So it wasn't something they could just, move on and just try to be there, like to replace the gap that she left to a certain degree. It was tough for everyone. And I think not too long after, my dad went back to Congo for a bit as well. So he was like going back and forth from the UK to Congo. So my siblings had to like really step up and whatnot.
So you guys really had to fend for yourselves?
Yeah, literally. My older sister, like she stepped up quite a bit. She kind of played that mother role for me. So she was a key figure in my life growing up.
That would give any kind of young people a reason, because we all hear about the excuses that a lot of people have in regards to getting involved in gang violence and youth violence, not having your parents around, only being looked after your siblings. You should have been running wild in the streets, as the people would say. What was the key difference there?
I think my family helped me to stay grounded quite a bit. We grew up with like good morals and whatnot. My older siblings, I'm thankful to them because they didn't like go off the rails, so to speak. So I kind of didn't follow in that negative footstep either. and yeah, I think socially, just I was a bit of a loner growing up as well, so that kind of helped to stay out of trouble, stay away from bad influences and whatnot, keep to myself.
Yeah, I mean, like growing up in an area like sort of Plaster, where everyone talks about the new and beef, and that is now. Was you kind of aware of that? Was you kind of aware your surroundings, or I might not go there? I can't really tell people I'm from Plaster. I'm not in a gang. How did you kind of go about navigating that?
I think like growing up like primary school age, you're kind of oblivious to that unless you've got like older people involved in that around you. But yeah, it was only when I hit secondary school that I started to be more aware of that. You know, my friends having older brothers or like cousins involved, and just random things. Because when you get that age, that's where you start getting more curious, asking questions, and just realizing things going on around you.
Was there any situation where you've ever felt in danger?
Not on any serious level, no, not as much as like some of my peers growing up.
So education, right? One of the things you said that your talent is in education. How did that come about?
Just dedication and focus, I think. I wouldn't say my talent is really education, because yeah, people say I'm naturally smart and whatnot. I think I'm just able to learn quickly, and even when I don't get something, not give up, just stick with it until I do get it. So for me, yeah, when I did my GCSEs and I realized that like academics clicked, was like, I think not even to like big myself up too much, I got probably some of the best results in my borough.
No, big yourself up, man. This is your platform. Talk your talk, man.
Nah, yeah, for real.
What did you get?
So they changed the system for us to like numbered systems.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
that's
9 to 1.
Head,
that 9 to 1 thing,
my daughter comes to me like, hey, what did you get? Oh, I got a 6, a 5, 6.5. I'm like, A, B, C, D. I don't know.
Alright, to translate it to like the A, B, C, D thing, I basically got 9 A stars and 1 A.
9 A stars and 1 A. That deserves a round of
Appreciate you.
Cause I got 9 GCSEs, but I think I only got 1 A star. That was in French, and that was by default. Because as a Congolese, I speak French. But if you speak to the French people, they'll be like, "How the hell did you get A star?" Because my French is like, I'd like to say "dingama." But yeah, so like, concentrate on your education. 9 A stars and 9 and an A. What was the A in?
Business.
Did that kind of piss you off? Like, why
it was even sociology, not business. I got A star in business.
Did that piss you off? That A?
Nah, do you know what it is? I thought I was gonna flop that because I answered the wrong section. But I still got an A, so can't complain.
I mean, just also in regards to, like you said, for you to be able to navigate that without having sort of a solid parents there, yeah, and your sister and your brother had to kind of take the helm. Were they strict on you? Would they say, okay, you have to be home at this time, or they just let you get on with it?
Nah, that was all me. Like, yeah, I think when I think back to like GCSE times, and I'd come home and be sat at my desk revising, and my siblings would come bring me food, tell me like, take a break, watch TV. I'm like, nah, I don't know. I can't even think back to like that moment. I was just hungry.
What do you think the determination was? What did you think you were trying to get? Was it the fear of failure or?
I don't know. I think at that age, what was it, 16? I was just angry, like in general, about my surroundings, my upbringing, like everything. I just wanted to like escape, and at that point, given that I wasn't involved in like the gang life or whatnot, I didn't have like a gaggle of friends to help me make money or like get out of the situation we're in. I thought, you know what, let me use education. Let me just focus on that. At least then I can have peace of mind and just, focus on my grind and my craft. I did that, got good results.
And then when you went to college, what did you study? Where did you go?
So I went to St. Angela's sixth form, which is like in my local area as well.
Wait, St. Angela's mixed now? I remember going back and forth, kind of telling it to be a girls' school.
The lower school is a girls' school, so secondary school is girls' school, sixth form is mixed.
So you went there looking for the gal?
Nah, not even. Not even that. But so I went there, studied English, French, and history. I took psychology in year 12, but dropped that in year 13. And then obviously A-levels, still grinding and whatnot. But COVID hit, so we didn't sit exams. But I still got A star and 2 A's.
Okay, amazing. And then can you talk us through sort of applying for the universities and how Cambridge came about?
Yeah, so I think in year 12, my teachers were like talking about unis and whatnot, like end of year 12. And my head of year like said like in passing, "Oh, Jason, you should start thinking about Oxford or Cambridge." I was like, "Yeah, calm, whatever." But come year 13 now, yeah, September times came, and my teacher sat me down and she was like, have you thought about it? And I was like, nah, that's not for people like me. And yeah, she kind of just, she literally like opened up my results. She showed me like my academic history and whatnot. And she was like, you know, you're not like everyone else here. So don't try to limit yourself and whatnot. And yeah, I guess I just thought back to like times in secondary where teachers will try to limit you, say, oh, you're not going to amount to anything. You know, you hear that everywhere, but it's like, yeah, it's actually real.
Rappers love that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even trying to like jump on that bandwagon as well, but it's actually real, especially like in those environments. Like, I was in like set one for most classes, but there were times where I'd be like silly, just be making jokes in class and whatnot. My teacher would take me out, or even in front of the class, be like, "You're not going to amount to anything, so you might as well just focus now because this is your peak." And yeah, like those comments like that, like they stuck in my head at that time in year 13. And I was like, you know what? Let me try it. The worst that can happen is they say no. So sent off my application, and you got to do your application early, like October, I think. Everyone else is like January. So yeah, for like that month, I was grinding, writing my personal statement, sent that off, got an interview offer. I was like, all right, it's actually real now. Did an interview, got an offer like to go study there.
Did you apply for both, Oxford and Cambridge?
Nah, so you have to pick one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only apply for one of them, and I chose Cambridge.
Okay, that's learned
yeah.
today. I mean, why did it tell you why you can only pick one, and why did you go for Cambridge?
I'm not sure why you can only go for one actually. But yeah, I chose Cambridge because I preferred the vibe there. I've been to Cambridge as well, like before applying and everything, and it just seemed more diverse. I read somewhere as well that I don't know if you've heard about like the Stormzy scholarship for Cambridge students. Yeah, apparently I don't know how true this is, but he went to Oxford and they declined him.
Okay.
So yeah, that told me a lot about that uni. So I was like, yeah, let me go to Cambridge.
And how was your time there? Did you see the difference? Because over there you'd have seen more affluent children from all international students and so on. Did you feel there was a difference in terms of how you was brought up and how they were brought up?
Yeah, 100%. Like from my first day, I didn't see any black people on my first day there. And that was like, I expected it to be different in that sense, but that was daunting, like to just walk in and not see anyone that's anything like you. I was like, all right, it's going to be a hard 3 years. But now, yeah, you do get like a massive difference. You can see the cultural differences between the people you meet and whatnot. But I think over time, depending on the drive you've got and like, you know, when you've got that purpose to keep going, you get over that. And plus you do meet people who are like similar to you to certain degrees. So yeah.
What about sport though? You never got into, because you're a tall lad, quite physical. You must have done basketball or something.
Yeah. So I did basketball, did a bit of football as well, playing in goal. But yeah, mainly basketball. I left that dream in secondary. I got injured way too many times.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, even in uni, like I played football and basketball as well.
Are you decent?
In goal, yeah, like in football, in goal, yeah. Basketball.
I mean, I don't even know about, because I own a semi-pro club and we actually need a backup keeper just in case you're ever available, because we've got one keeper right now, Bart, very good keeper, but it needs kind of an understudy to put pressure on him, because right now he's like, I'm the keeper, there's no one challenging me. So if you're in between jobs right now, you just want to come and play football, meet a new cohort, like Ernest, he loves his discipline. I mean, Ernest like his Marmite, you love him or hate him, but he's one person who gives you to direct. So that's an open invitation. So you choose if you want to. But back to sort of Cambridge. So why did you want to pick law?
Why law? I think initially when I picked it, there were various reasons. One of them being I used to watch How to Get Away with Murder, and I thought, yeah, criminal law would be like that. It's nothing like the show. But yeah, I guess the area we grew up in, you know, people have a lot of run-ins with the law and whatnot. So I thought maybe I could get involved with that to a certain degree at some point in my career, and like help those who need it to just know their rights, know what alternatives they have for them, and just support them when they do fall on the wrong side of the law. That's one aspect of it. I'm actually not going into criminal law right now. I'm going into commercial law. Fingers crossed.
I might have to need you because I'm trying to sue one of my old business partners still, so I might need your advice on this.
Yeah, give me 3 years to qualify, and I'll be there, bro.
I say no more, say no more. I mean, then what did you achieve? What did you get?
So yeah, I got a 2-1 in my final degree.
And for you, was that something you're satisfied about?
100%. So my 2 options were Cambridge or Warwick, and I told myself if I go to Cambridge, I'm not gonna put that pressure on me to get that first, because I know that there's people from all over the world, like, you know, who are academically gifted just as much as I am. But I wanted to enjoy my time and just like use it as like a period of spiritual cleansing, just find peace of mind. And yeah, I did that to a certain degree.
And just going to touch on that, you talk about spiritual cleansing. Is this are you religious?
Yeah. Christian.
And how important does your faith play in kind of your decision making and how you live your life?
Over the past 3 years, it's definitely grown. I feel like there were times where, like, in my life in general, where I was losing faith, but the blessings like I've received for the past like couple years, it's like I couldn't ignore the presence that God has in my life, and I felt the need increasingly to like get closer to Him, and yeah, just understand our relationship a bit more. So yeah, now I'd say it's very important to me.
And then we saw the video that went viral. I mean, I saw 2. I thought it was 2 different people at the beginning because that's how much I post so much on my page. But we saw the one with your sister and the whole family. So did you know they was all coming at that time? Did you know what they planned to do?
Yeah, I didn't know what they were planning, but I knew they were all coming.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the weeks leading up to it, they were like making jokes saying, "Oh, we're gonna bring a saxophone and whatnot, just start making noise." I was just brushing it, thinking it's not gonna happen. And even when I went into like the graduation ceremony, I was calling them to see where they were so they could wait for me when I leave. They were like, "Oh no, we're in a restaurant right now. I don't know if we're gonna make it." So I was like, "Oh, cool, whatever." Walk out now, I'm hearing whistles, seeing Congo flags. I was like, "Yo," but no, like it was a very, very warm embrace from them, and I really appreciate them for that.
And that was amazing. And big sisters in the background here. Speak a bit loud so they can hear you. I mean, how was that moment for you seeing your baby brother graduate from Cambridge Uni?
It was very overwhelming. Like from the beginning of the journey, it's just been, even just him getting accepted in itself was just like crazy. Like there's videos of when he got the interview in sixth form and the common room just went wild. So it's like every step of the way has been crazy. So that day I was like, the whole family has to come and really show him how much we're proud of him.
And did you think that video was going to go viral?
I wanted it to,
Yeah.
and I thought, yeah, it's gonna get coupled up, but nowhere near like 3 weeks later, my phone's still going off. Like I didn't expect that at all.
No, that's amazing. And then through the back of that, that's how I kind of saw first. And then I saw the video of you rapping along to Sprinter. I mean, that was an iconic moment for you. So how did you feel about that?
I felt great, to be fair. 'Cause yeah, Dave is like one of my biggest inspirations as well. So to share that moment with like my family and my friends and feel like a celebrity for that split second, it felt good, man.
Is it something you might want to ever go into music?
I thought about it, I got a couple bars on my phone as well, so
I mean,
if anyone needs a rapper, shout.
I mean, for the point that where you've actually gone to Cambridge, your literature, English should be perfect for rapping, to be fair.
Literally.
And to be fair, we've not really got that, I guess, well-educated rapper. So there's the angle there. I know George the Poet actually is another one as well, but there's a lane, so you never know, man. I always say, with the power of social media, utilize it to the maximum of your abilities and capabilities. And so what are you looking to do now? And what message you got for Dave, actually? Let's go for Dave.
Dave, wow. Honestly, thank you. Like, yeah, the support you've given to me. I don't know you, never met you personally or whatnot. Been to a couple of your shows, but yeah, the support you've given me, and you don't even know it, over the years has been immense. Also, I'm proud of you. There's a bar where you say, "Picture me's 23, a bag of sold out shows." Like, it's been many years in the making, and you made it to this stage. And yeah, I'm very proud to see what you've become, what you've accomplished over the years.
So, but what's next for you now, man?
For me, Right now, a few internships. So yeah, I'm doing an internship right now for the summer. Got another one lined up after that. So internship till the end of the year. I've got a job offer as well for a commercial law firm to start in 2025. So in 2024 next year, I'm gonna do the qualifying exams to become a solicitor.
So they've already given you a job already, like it's there, 2025 come.
Yeah,
That's pattern. That's pattern.
literally.
And how the ladies taking to it?
The ladies. What ladies?
I said we were all smooth words, but the ladies. What ladies?
Nah, man. Nah, the only ladies in my life are my sisters and my aunts, cousins, all of that. Yeah, that's me.
So eligible bachelor.
Apparently.
Yeah. I mean, what about Congolese culture? How much do you tap into that yourselves? Do you eat pondu, madesu?
Yeah, literally. I suffered like for 3 years in Cambridge, having no access to like none of that. But yeah, like I back that. Pondu, Kwanga, Daba, like that's.
You know, I sell that, right?
Hmm?
Have you heard of Bob's Taba?
Nah,
You leave it. See, everyone has my Taba.
swear.
To be fair, I don't make it. My mom makes it, but we do it once a month and it sells out all the time. So, as a gratitude of our fellow young brother here having achieved greatness you've achieved at Cambridge, I'm gonna deliver Bob's Taba to you on my next Taba run, which is on the 30th.
I appreciate
that'll be on the house. Any
I
kind of
appreciate
last comments to sort of young people out there and just to how they should live their life and so on?
I don't know what to say without sounding generic, but I guess try to find like silence. In most of the societies we live in, it's hard to like, just keep to yourself and just have your own space, but just try to, go quiet. Like I'm talking radio silence for a while, and then through that, it'll be a lot easier to find your purpose and allow you to invest in something positive and stick with it. And yeah, even though things get hard, just keep something close. Like for me, it's God, my family. Keep something close to you, to your heart, just to allow you to keep going even when things get tough.
And what would you say is your purpose?
My purpose? Time will tell.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Love that, man. Guys, that's another big ego interview. And we thank you very much, and we wish you nothing but positivity and all the best in the future, man.
I appreciate you.